Bonjour tout le monde, c'est Mademoiselle et aujourd'hui on va prendre des notes pour les articles français. Before we get into these notes on French articles though, I would like to talk about what an article actually is to begin with. In English, our articles are those words that come before a noun that specify whether it's a specific item that we're talking about or a not specific item that we're talking about. So, for example, like an iPhone, the black pen, okay? That's what an article is, not like an article of clothing, but an article as in part of speech. All right, getting into the notes. A noun is the name of blank blank or blank. So, hopefully from English class, you know what a noun is. There's also a nifty little song that Schoolhouse Rock does. A noun is a person, place, or thing, right? So, let's go ahead and put those notes in. A noun is a person, place, or thing. I am going to be writing these out just because I want them to feel like as normal as possible. So yeah, a noun is a person, place, or thing. Voila. In French, every noun has a, as you guys have seen, and we've talked about this extensively so far, every noun has a gender, masculine or feminine. There's no rhyme or reason to it. That's just the way it is. Every noun has a gender, and its article, whether it's specific or not specific, must agree with the noun it modifies. So, in English, you probably learned about adjectives that modify nouns. In French, you have articles that modify nouns based on whether it's masculine or feminine. Okay, getting into our first type of articles, les articles indéfinis. So, indéfini is gonna mean indefinite. Now, indefinite. What does that sound like? What does it sound like that could mean? Indefinite, not definite. So, these are gonna be our articles that mean a, an, or one. It could mean one in English too. So, an iPhone, an iPhone. Okay. Un stylo, one pen. All right. So that's what it would translate to in English. When it is plural, though, it's gonna correspond to some, which we've kind of already talked about this in class with like des stylos, des feutres, des je ne sais pas. I don't know what else. But yeah, we have talked about this before. When it's plural, it corresponds to some. So these are your indefinite articles, which means that they are not specific. I am not talking about a specific thing. I'm just talking about a iPhone. I'm talking about a piece of paper. Okay? Not specific, indefinite. Okay. Ooh, I need my mouse. Okay. Moving along. So, what are those indefinite articles in French? They are the articles that are un, une, and then for plural, des. I know my writing's a little rough, so I apologize. Masculine is un, un. We've seen this with the number 1. Feminine is une. We've seen this with like une gomme, une trousse, right? And then when we want to talk about plural, what's nice about the indefinite is that it doesn't matter if our item is masculine or feminine. If we're just talking about more than one, it's going to be day. It's going to be day no matter what. You might want to put the this pronunciation kind of sounds like the word day. Might help you remember how to pronounce it. So we have un, une, and day. An example could be like j'ai une trousse. I have a pencil case. J'ai une trousse. I have a pencil case, or I have one pencil case. It could translate to that too. Keep that in mind. All right. So these are our indefinite articles. Moving on to our article défini, which would be the opposite of indefinite articles. They are definite. Let me get a different color. They are definite articles. All right. So now we're talking about specific things. The computer, the teddy bear. Okay. We're not talking about just one or an item. It's the item, the specific item. So the French definite article corresponds to the in English. Now, definite articles are where we have to really pay attention to masculine, feminine, and then we even have to pay attention to some vowels with the definite article. So there are 4 forms of the French definite article. You have probably seen them before in our writing, in the paragraphs that we do. You just didn't know exactly what they were. So masculine is le. Feminine is la. Masculine or feminine devant une voyelle ou H muet. So this is a masculine or feminine, doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine, but it comes before a vowel or a muted H. So I know I've mentioned this before that in French, some of the H's we don't pronounce. H is kind of like RY in English. So like sometimes H in French is a vowel. So before these, we're going to put L apostrophe, L apostrophe. Because as I have also mentioned before, in French, we kind of run everything together, right? It all sounds like one word. When it's a complete sentence, it all runs together. And this is one of those reasons, is because that we shorten the le or the la to an L apostrophe before a vowel. So let me think of an example. Ordinateur, computer. That would be l'ordinateur. The computer, l'ordinateur. It's not le ordinateur, l'ordinateur. It runs all together. Then finally, when we're talking about plural, doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine, it's going to be les. Might want to put another like little helpful thing to help you with the pronunciation. Les. It looks like lay in English. So these are our definite articles that mean the, le stylo, la tasse, l'ordinateur, and then peut-être les marqueurs, the markers, the computer, the cup, the pen. Okay, that's what those mean. That's what they stand for. I'm not gonna put an example because I just talked about them. And then this page is just a little review. I will actually let you guys go ahead and fill this out yourself. Okay. So that way you have it to reference and you can use them in your writing and all that other good stuff for French. All right, so I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. So voilà les articles français. These are our French articles, super important. Every single noun in French has one, so get familiar with these real quick and your life will be easier. All right, guys, à plus.